We challenge you to become part of the elite and the exclusive Elite Videographer, the series.
All right, this is the official webinar we're going to be talking about today. Where is web video? Realistic financial goals. Do companies have the money? Your main focus and the ideal client. That's today's topics. Now, keep in mind, businesses today need you. They need you. Brightcove recently published their top 6 reasons B2B marketers need video. One of them is to grab people's attention, to tell their story in less time, to bring their ideas to life, to make their site stickier, to create a buzz with viral video, to bring their website into the 21st century. These are the 6 reasons B2B marketers or businesses need video. And you, as a videographer, you hold the key to open what businesses are looking for. They want to make money. They want their product to be known. They want to get the word out on their services. They want to remain competitive. They want to create a buzz around their product or service. They want to be seen as up-to-date and advanced so they don't lose clients. And video and you are the answer. Now, these businesses attend seminars and events to improve their trade. They talk with friends and colleagues on how to improve sales. All around them is the buzz of video and how it can make their business successful and on the edge. Now, for you and for us, for me, it's a cool thing. I'm drinking my coffee here, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. It's an exciting time to be in the video production industry, and it's time to take advantage of this opportunity to add it as additional revenue stream or to make it your main source of revenue. You're a videographer with passion. I know you are because you're attending this webinar. You are a member of the DV Show Premium member site. You're a passionate videographer. You have the equipment. You have the skills to produce something businesses are craving. You just have to go out there and get them. We are so on the creative side, me included. We are so creative and technical that we forget the business part of this. We forget why we are doing this, which is really to gain a living or to gain some profit. The business is out there. Believe me, I have done this. The business is out there. All you have to do is cast your net and get loads of fish. That's how I see it. You know, I was afraid as a creative person. I was afraid at first to kind of go out there and do business because I'm not shy, but asking somebody for money is a difficult thing. But we're going to get past that in this webinar. Now, keep in mind, again, this is a 5-day, 1-hour crash course on setting up a focused, productive, and efficient web video production company so you can start earning some serious income. Now, you're not going to get rich doing this, okay? The system that I've put down, I actually went out there and did the footwork on this, and you're not going to get rich, but you can supplement your income throughout the month. And if you really work hard at this, and depending on what kind of market you're in, you can really gain an advantage financially. Now, this webinar is not going to teach you how to be creative. I think we already got that clear. Creativity is not something that we're going to teach because that is not the language accepted by businesses who crave video to gain business, okay? If you are doing a film, then your client, then you can speak the creative language, but you're not. You're doing a business video. This is video for business, for a website, for a small business, for a company, for a large business. They don't care about creativity. They don't care about how creative you can be. I mean, you care and your video will be creative, but they don't care about that. They don't want to talk about that. So we're not going to teach you how to be creative because it's not the language that is it's not the language that these businesses speak. Also, we're not going to be getting into a lot of equipment. We're not going to get overly focused on equipment because the clients you're after are not going to care. They can care less what kind of camera you use. At least the clients that I speak with, they don't care if you're using an HD, Sony EX. They don't care if it's high definition. Well, they do in a way care, but they're not focused on the equipment. It's just a question to them. Every detailed technical conversation is going to stay right here. Your clients are not going to know what hit them when you create an amazing video that boosts their business. Okay? Talking tech just scares them away, or worse, bores them to death. I have found that out the hard way. Believe me, they don't want to talk tech. It's just that simple. Talking tech scares them away. And you're just going to tell them what you're going to do for them and then just do it without getting clouded into technical details. Now, this is how to start earning money with the equipment you have. So put creativity and equipment concerns aside. It's important, but we're not going to present this to the client that we're going to be selling to. Okay? You'll be equipped to start business on Monday morning. Believe me, if you're that aggressive with the information that you receive from this seminar. Now, we all know that today's businesses, including yourself, can't be successful if they don't continue to meet the needs of their customers. Your clients need a video to boost sales for them. They need it to look good. They need it fast. That's it. Again, I'll repeat that. They need it to look good. They need it fast. And that's it. This entire webinar is going to equip you to speak to a specific business base and be understood. That is the key to becoming successful with the information you gain in the next few days. Okay? That's it. You're going to be producing a video that looks good and fast. That's it. And we're going to go through this entire thing, the whole process. And again, we're not going to tell our businesses about this, our clients about this stuff, because they don't care. All right? So we're going to tell you what to tell them throughout the entire seminar. We want to make you a well-oiled machine, not a starving artist. I hope you have your notebooks and pens ready, because write that down. I'm not going to be a starving artist. I'm going to be a well-oiled machine in the video industry, at least for this specific type of video. If you're a filmmaker, that's fine. You can go ahead and do that. If you're doing video for films, or this is not going to matter. I mean, some of the information you get out of this. I'm going to give you the same knowledge I used within the past 10 months to book myself solid with new clients who had this need. We're going to train you to become a specialized team of elite videographers equipped with the technology and knowledge and the skills to get in and out with money in your pocket from a happy client who comes back for more. Now, I first networked, asked around, and got a feel for the market in my area. I live in Massachusetts. I live in the Boston area, which is a giant market. I mean, the businesses are ripe for the picking. And what I noticed from the clients who responded, these hungry clients, the hungry, responsive clients who are willing to pay for video, they don't really care about how artsy you become with their video. They don't care what camera you have or what equipment you're going to use. The business who hands you money to create a video they want has a return on their investment. They want a video tomorrow. Put it on their website, and they want to see sales. Now, this webinar is engineered to equip yourself for this client, and we'll get more into the client profile and what these clients are. But first, let me tell you what I did. I'm not just doing this webinar with head knowledge. This is actually experience. I worked on a local level and branched out to surrounding cities and towns, and you can do the same. Now, again, you're not going to get rich at this, but you can make a significant income. How much is significant? I make $10,000 a month, $10,000 to $12,000 a month on doing 8 videos, and we're going to teach you how to do this. If you live in the boonies of New Hampshire or the boonies of Maine, this might not be possible for you. Okay? I mean, it might be possible. You might have a small concentration of businesses, but you have to charge larger amounts of money on that video in order for you to make a significant income that makes it worth it. And we'll be talking with Chris Simmons, I think tomorrow, on this topic, on what you should be charging. Now, I'm going to show you the tools and tell you the tips on how to work smarter and not harder, how to put the creative genius in you aside and take out the entrepreneur. This is how to start making money with the equipment that you have. And when this webinar is over, again, you will be trained as an elite videographer. I want you to write that down on the top of your notepad. You're going to be part of a team of elite videographers equipped with the technology and the skills who get in and get out with the money in their pocket from a happy client who comes back for more. Anything is possible. Now, if you find me repeating myself, I am on purpose because I want to get it through to you that this webinar is quick. This is SWAT-style video production. This is the kind of productions that are going to get money in your pocket. Because I know when I started as a video professional way back in the early 80s. And in the 90s, I started doing corporate production. We had a couple of clients that we worked weeks on a project. I'm talking weeks, 2, 3, sometimes months on one project. This is not that type of deal. I mean, it's really impossible to some point to do those kind of projects today because everyone thinks that they can do it on their own. They can buy their own equipment. The entry point to video production is so easy that companies are just purchasing their own equipment and hiring, low-paying people to work on that. So big productions are really out of it. So this is kind of conforming to what the market is today. And you, with all of these skills as a videographer and the equipment that you have, it's possible to gain money. You have to kind of tweak yourself, and this webinar is going to teach you that. So let's get into trends. Before we start getting into detail about your business model, which is what we're going to be talking about within the next couple of days, client profiles, the best client, how to get these clients, which is going to be really important. Dan Turner is joining us tomorrow, and we spoke over the phone throughout the week, and man, this guy knows what he's talking about as far as getting clients, the techniques to use to get clients. So let's first start off with information you should know, information that you can use to encourage yourself to get started, or info that you can use for a sales pitch for when speaking to a potential client. Now, this is important stuff, and I know this is the introductory webinar, so write this stuff down. We're going to get into some trends and where web video is today. Do companies really have the money? And we're going to talk briefly about some businesses that you can target. So let's get into the topic of where web video is today. Where is it? Now, as a media professional, we are very well aware that video on the web is here to stay. Everyone and their brother has viewed or produced a video for any one of the numerous video sharing sites on the web. By our experiences, we know video is exploding in popularity on the web. It still has not yet arrived. Right now, it's maybe 2 feet to the peak, according to some industry experts that we speak to here on the DV show. From a viewing standpoint and from a production standpoint, it's exploding in popularity. It's all over the place. I mean, web video on YouTube was very popular, but the videos weren't that great. So now YouTube is catching on. It's becoming a little bit more businessy. The quality of the video is getting better. So we're not there yet, but it's still in little explosions here and there. So why is the fever catching on now, almost 4 years or 5 years after YouTube hit the big time, and the concept of viral video became a household term? Well, in those 4 years, the medium has matured. Experiments were conducted, audiences were tested, the model was built up, it was torn down, it was rebuilt and redefined. Do you remember those postage-sized videos that were so hard to read, to watch? Do you remember those little things, a little bit Real Media and WMV files? That was crazy. So it's arrived, and it's set up and positioned for a bigger explosion. So here we are in 2010, and well, to put it simply, online video passed the test. Okay, when you're in college or high school and you pass the test, you're coming up to the next level, and we're getting there. It survived the hype, came out the other side, and was incredibly powerful. It became incredibly powerful and capable of crossing genres, cutting through the clutter, and growing in effectiveness of print and broadcast TV. Now, let me show you a chart here. You're probably not going to be able to see it, but we'll post a link to this in the show notes. And basically what this chart is a visual reference to show how far web video compares to other forms of messages or payload deliveries. Now, I know you've seen this, you know this as a videographer, but we have to cover this because this is part of the webinar. This is important information that you can take with you when dealing with a client, or just to encourage you to go out there and get the business. Now, the bottom one here is, now this is what businesses use for advertising as far as online. And online video comes out to the top. These are orange little pill bars. And you'll see right at the very top, online video is number one. Podcasting is way down on the bottom. Yes, advertisers, yes, businesses use podcasting to advertise their product, but it's not as popular as online video. Social networks is another one. That's the second one from the bottom. Display advertising, banner ads and, those animated GIFs. That's number 3 from the bottom. It doesn't beat online video. Display advertising, banner ads. Advertisers use that, but it's not as popular as video. Blogs, okay? They use blogs as well. It's not as popular. It's number 4 from the bottom. Customer feedback mechanisms like reviews and things, they do that. That's number 5 from the bottom. Social media campaigns, search marketing, email marketing, and then online video. Again, this little chart is to show you how far video compares. Everyone is using online video. Now, if you're to go in the real world, television and newspaper, it's still not as popular as advertising in online video. I could show you a chart, but we're not going to do that. I'll just tell you that because I'm sure you already know this information. Now, today, online video has a purpose. It finally has a purpose. And all it is to you, interested to us in this webinar, it's a delivery platform. That's the only purpose that this has right now. It's a delivery platform for a message, a business idea, a product, or service. Online video, let me say this again, write this down. Online video has a purpose now. It's a delivery platform. That's all you're going to be concerned with. A delivery platform for a message, an idea, a product, or a service. Because now, more than ever, businesses and companies are recognizing the tremendous potential and the return on benefits of web video, the return on their investment of web video marketing. Online video brings products to life in a way that static images and text cannot, often providing the final push a consumer or viewer needs to make a purchase. Now here, we talked about this at the top of the webinar, the benefits of web video. Decreased abandonment. Okay, web video creates a buzz around a product or service. You are likely to get a loyal customer with video, whether it's on their website, whether it's in their store, on a kiosk, something. Decreased abandonment. You build a relationship with your customer with video. Tell your client this. Reduced returns. Unhappy customers. With a video, this is statistically proven. You have reduced returns. If it's an e-commerce website and you have a video, the customer is more informed. They are more educated on your product. So they know what they're purchasing before they purchase it. And your video is what shows this. So reduced returns. An overall lift in sales. How cool is it to visit a website and to see a video of the CEO or the owner or a salesperson talking to you personally in a video? That is cool. It's an overall lift in sales is what web video does. So those are the 3 main benefits that businesses are interested in. They don't want to have customers who walk away or a one-time customer. They want to have them stick around. So it decreases abandonment. It reduces returns, which is a product returns, because with a video, customers are informed. Customers are informed. I walked into a ski shop the other day because we're apparently getting a big blizzard here on the East Coast. I walked into a ski shop, and as soon as I walked in the door, instead of a person greeting you, an impersonal greeting, say, "Hi, welcome to Walmart." Well, this wasn't Walmart, but it was a ski shop. And right there on the right-hand side, strategically positioned above the sale items, was a video. Welcome. As soon as I walked in the door, I don't know if they timed it right or whatever, but as soon as I walked in the door, welcome to Strand Ski Shop. We are happy that you can have a customer. We're happy that you're a customer and that you walk through the door. You're a customer number, whatever. And they told me what was on sale as soon as I walked in the door. That was cool, and how much money I can save. Now, I'm going to go back there because of that video. So it's true that it decreases abandonment. I'm going to be a loyal customer. I mean, I don't know about you, but a video is very important. If you go to New York, you see video kiosks, you see video displays on the wall everywhere, every store that you walk through. And I'm a happy customer because I know what's going on, and I'm going to be back for more. So that increases sales. So there you go. Web video works. Huge benefit. Now, some businesses are very reluctant to embrace online video, and we'll talk about handling objections for another day. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about how to deal with these businesses that are reluctant to handle or embrace online video. They think it's too expensive, and in some instances, it is. It is expensive, but that is changing, and they realize the benefits outweigh the associated costs, and they finally see the positive effect that e-commerce video can have, or video in general. So let's talk about companies. Do they have the money? Does the company in your area or the small business in your area have the money? Whether they do or they don't, it's kind of a dog-eat-dog world. I mean, if you don't have a video, you're not really going to gain from the benefits that it provides. So you're going to come up with the money if you're a small business. I'm talking about a pet shop, a real estate agent, a lawyer, an attorney. You may live in a small town or small area where there aren't that many businesses, or in a larger area where there are corporations where they do have the money. They will come up with the money. Believe me. And it depends on what you charge. And again, we'll be talking with Chris Simmons down the line. So let's get generally into what do companies have the money. Let's look at some statistics here again. And we're telling you this stuff so you can use it as ammunition or to get excited, because you, as a videographer, may have doubts about this whole web video business thing. Here's some tactics on marketers and how they plan to focus their online marketing budget in 2009. Now, this was in 2009, and as you can see down at the bottom, it actually says 2011. Advertising spending. I have a different slide here. But this is what they're going to be doing on video advertising spending in 2001 to 2011. And as you can see, in the past, 9 years, it has gone to $4 million. Way down the bottom there, that big red bar, $4 million is what they plan on spending. eMarketer. I don't know if you guys are familiar with eMarketer, but you should be familiar with them. They estimate that spending online video advertising will grow to $4.6 billion in 2013, representing a more than seven-fold increase from the $587 million spent on the format in 2008. Now, Jupiter Research, they've done a study as well. They're a leading authority on the impact of the internet and emerging consumer technologies on business. They polled 116 companies that ranged from Fortune 500 brands, regional brands, digital and public relations firms, and the marketing budgets of the respondents ranged from the tens of thousands to the millions. That's how much money they're going to be spending. 43.3% of merchants stating that they will update their e-commerce sites with video this year. That's little less than half. Now, as I was saying in the webinar previously, this is little explosions. It's coming, okay? And talking with Justin this week, Justin Foster is going to tell us about the psychology of web video. 2011 or 2012 is when he says this is really going to explode. So give it another year. That's why we're doing this webinar, so you will be ready. So according to this, 43.3% of merchants state that they will update their e-commerce site with video this year. This year! And then the next 50%, will do it on the next year, so they'll have 100% of merchants. I guarantee you, I can predict that right now. All that said, actually, let's go to our next slide here. All said that online video was a must-have in their communications mix for the coming year and beyond. All of them said that online video was a must in their communications for the coming year and beyond. This is it. We're preparing you now for the big rush. So what is my point in presenting all of this data? What is my point? My point number one is you need this information to go out there and get yourself excited. And number two, some of the data you can actually use to persuade a client into getting into video. Large or small, retailers are ripe for the picking. They see the benefits for online video, they have the money, and they need you. All right? So go ahead and attack the market. It's wide open. This is an income stream you can tap into today. That sounds so rhetorical. That sounds so, hype, but it's not. I've done it. You can start gaining some income from this. So let's talk about, and I have to show this slide. All right, it shows a little dollar sign with arrows that are going up. Your income will increase. Again, you're not going to be rich with what we teach you, but you will get a significant income if you do it right. If you're aggressive enough, you can even get more. I do it part-time, and like I said, I make a good income monthly doing it part-time. Hardly doing it part-time. All right, let's talk about your business model. You guys ready for this? Let's talk about business model. And in this section, we're going to talk about your focus, minimum startup items, talk about responsive clients, how to get those clients, what to charge, dealing with objections, clients who want to produce video themselves or think they do, and we will talk about that. The clients that are responsive, at least that are responsive in my area, and I'm sure the script is the same in your area. So we'll go over that. Now, I'm going to take a look at the chat right now to see how you guys are buzzing around, and there are 25 of you viewing this webinar right now. So if you have any questions on anything that I talked about before I get into the next section here, are there any questions about the statistics that we were talking about? Are there any questions about this webinar? I know 91058, I wish we can say names. It says, good marketing to let clients know that. Tell them that they'll be left behind if they don't add video. That is absolutely correct. They will be left behind. And that was one of the benefits that we spoke about in the beginning of this webinar. This shows your client base or your customer base from the business perspective. This shows them that you're up to date, that you're popular, that you are technically advanced showing a video. All right, so somebody's not seeing the video choppy or otherwise. Yes, the video is choppy. We're going to fix this within the months to come. All right, Chef Mark, will you have the sources of those graphs? Yes, I will show those sources of those graphs. Many of them are from Jupiter Research and eMarketer. So if you do like a Google search, you can see the source of those graphs, and we'll put them up in the show notes so you can see it yourself. Yeah, definitely the one with the orange bars. That's something that you can use in your marketing material, and we'll go back to that one. That one was amazing when I saw it because everybody, blogging, podcasting, all of those stuff all of that advertising avenues are way down on the bottom, and online video was at the top. I wasn't surprised, but I was kind of surprised that it was so early. This was talking about 2 years ago. We all see how that worked out. I'm not sure what you're saying there. So if anybody has a question before we go into this business model, let's get into the business model. And if you have any questions, just type them in the chat. I am monitoring chat, and we'll answer them for you. So let's get into your business model. Now, I could really get into a full business model for a video production business, but I'm not going to do that. All right. I do have a business model for my other businesses, but for this specific way to shoot video, you're not going to need it. A full business model is not necessary. So if you really wanted to write one up, we'll put a sample video business plan or business model in the show notes of this podcast. But with this business plan, say goodbye to being part of this special elite videographer team. A business plan is a heavy ball around your foot. Don't focus on a business plan. We're going to give you a business plan right here, tangling you in options and projections and ways you're going to make money. A business plan can sometimes be 30 to 40 pages long, and the sample video plan that we have, I think, is like 25 pages long. So a detailed plan is necessary, but this seminar has that plan all laid out for you already. So don't get tangled up in a business plan. If you really have to do one, if you're going to be looking for money, or if you want to organize yourself or manage your business, a business plan is a good thing to have. But for this, being an elite videographer team, it's a heavy ball around your foot. We're going to focus on the foundation of your business, and you're going to do one thing and do it well. Guerrilla style, quickly produced, short videos for small local businesses for use online, on their website, email newsletter, or a social media site. Write this down. This is going to be guerrilla style. This is your business model. Guerrilla style, quickly produced short videos for small local businesses for use online, on their website, email newsletter, social media sites, because this is what works online. The turnaround time for the videos that you're going to produce is 48 hours or less. 48 hours or less. Not weeks, not months. 48 hours or less. It's important that it is in this amount of time, because this is how you're going to make money. Any other way, if it's a week from now, if you have a project that's a week, you're not going to make money. Well, you can make some money, but you're not going to make some serious income and gain the network of clients and gain the videos that you're going to be producing. So again, 48 hours or less, that's important. That makes you part of the elite videographer team. You're basically going to be a small business marketing plan to get your client's message across and bring in new customers and sales. And I know Chef Mark is listening right now. He's watching this webinar. He does this, okay? Whether he knows it or not, he does this. He's part of a small business's marketing plan. They want their business, they want their restaurant to be known, and they do videos. That's the only way really to get the word out cheaply and effectively. So let's get into the next slide here. You want to help your client generate web leads, increase sales, dominate their competition in search results, and get a superior return on their investment. Your focus is going to be, we're going to talk about startup items, detect responsive clients, getting those clients, what to charge, dealing with objections, because there are many clients out there who want to produce video themselves or they think it's too expensive. So this is the focus of this session of the webinar, your business model. Your focus, again, is to target responsive clients, guerrilla-style video production. We'll talk about this 48-hour turnaround time, and right now you might be saying, oh, man, that's impossible, 48 hours. It's not. And I know that if you do the production, it might be more time than that, but there are ways around this, and we'll teach you how in upcoming days. And distribution on the web only. That's all you are doing, okay? That is your focus for this business. Write that down. I'll keep this slide up. And again, you're part of a small business's marketing plan to get the message across and bring in new customers and sales. You are focusing on one service, which means more revenue for you. You're not going to be doing wedding videography. You're not going to be doing huge productions unless, you really want to and the money is there. But this is your focus. 4 points of your focus and your business. Responsive clients. You want to target them. Guerrilla-style video production. 48-hour turnaround time. Distribution on the web only. Write that down. You're going to help your client generate web leads, increase sales and leads from prospects searching for their business on the web, dominate competition in search results, and you're going to help them get a superior return for their marketing investment. That is what you're going to do. Find a niche, or however you pronounce that, specialize and remain flexible. This is your business model. This is you, the elite videographer. This is what you're going to do. Now let's get into minimum startup items. We're not going to mention, we're not going to get technical. We're not going to mention tons of pieces of equipment. But what you're going to need, the minimum startup items, and your business model may be different. You may have cameras that you send out. You may have cameras of your own. You may let clients borrow cameras and you come back and take the footage. But you're going to need a camera, obviously, preferably a hard disk. Mini DV will do, but it's going to be time consuming. The reason why we say hard disk is so you can get this thing turned around. You can get a video turned around in less than 48 hours. If you're going to do mini DV, you shoot an hour, you have to upload to your computer in an hour. So that's 2 hours wasted. If you have a hard disk recorder, you shoot for an hour, you upload for a minute, start editing, get it knocked out in less than 48 hours. Now, we have a digital handout that's going to be in the show notes of this podcast. I would put a link up to it, but I don't have it. But we'll put a link to a handout that we have mentioning all of the equipment suggestions that we recommend, from camera to tripod to wireless microphones, shotgun microphones, to some accessories. So again, those are the minimum startup items. A camera, obviously, a tripod, and we make some recommendations in our digital handout. A wireless microphone is very important. A professional, no matter what kind of camera you have, small or large, a wireless microphone audio is 90% of your video. A shotgun microphone, some camera accessories, like a wide angle or a Beach Tech adapter, which is very important. And again, this digital handout will mention that because, again, we don't want to be focused on equipment in this seminar. We'll go through these briefly. So take a look at that digital handout. Of course, you have to have some editing software. We don't care if you have Final Cut Pro, Advanced, if you have Avid Media Composer or Avid software, and we don't care if you have Adobe Premiere. iMovie will do the job. You've got to have editing software, obviously. I know of a real estate agent, a real estate videographer in the New Hampshire area who has wonderful-looking video. You think this guy would be using Final Cut Pro. But looking behind the curtain, he's using iMovie. It was amazing when I saw the videos that he was creating with iMovie. He mastered iMovie. You know him, Fred Light, from Nashua Video Tours. If you look at his videos, that's all done in iMovie. He doesn't have Final Cut Pro, Final Cut Express. He's doing it in iMovie. So, you don't have to be a big shot with the big pieces of software. And a music library. Again, we're going over minimum startup items. You've got to have a music library. And if you're a premium subscriber, you should be getting the music library for free. We're trying to put this thing online for immediate download, but you should get this library. It's 57 albums with so much music in it. It's amazing. And some of the music that you heard before this webinar is actually included in that library. And if you don't have it yet, contact us. Email me, brian@thedvshow.com. Go ahead and email me, and we'll send you out a DVD for a fee. Also, important thing to have is a videographer service agreement. That is very important. All right, you got to have a videographer service agreement. You're not an elite videographer unless you get an agreement signed. Compression software, got to have that. Business and legal forms, demo reel and website, and you got to have some marketing materials to mail out. Now, this is being an elite videographer, and I'm going to keep calling you this because at the end of this, you will be. As an elite videographer, this is what you carry around with you. This is your business. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 pieces of equipment in your bag as a elite videographer. So let's get into the ideal client. If you want to write that down, I'll keep it up a couple more seconds longer. In the meantime, I'll be looking at the chat here and seeing how you guys are doing. Screencasts. Yes, screencasts are a viable source of income. That is a good one. Now, if you're living in Maine and New Hampshire and you don't have businesses around you, you can target software companies, and there are tons of them in New Hampshire. I know there's a landscape company that I did a video for a while ago, and I never met the client, and they were about 2-3 hours away. And all I did was get still images and do a screencast for demonstration of their software. Didn't need a camera for that, but you do need screencasting software. So yes, screencasts, you can make money. Someone's talking in the chat about companies like turnhere.com, aims at the same small business market for a very low price. Are these companies going to edge us out? No. Turnhere.com is great. We have a relationship with turnhere.com, but I don't think they're going to edge you out. You're going to become your own turnhere.com. There's no reason to have a third party involved. I'm not smashing turnhere.com. I'm just saying that you as an elite videographer, professional, you can do this on your own. So this is the type of market that you're going for. I'm glad you're listening, 6990. I wish you guys had real names. If you're an expert with screencasts, you can start making money. Yes, that is a good point. The businesses, software companies are most important on that one. So you can target businesses such as software companies. That's a very good one. Yeah, they're hiring college kids. That's correct. Most of these, because they're cheap. We know a couple of listeners, I think it's turnhere.com or monkeyc.com. You can make some money off of these videos. You can make some money. They do send you out for productions, but the lowest you're going to make, we did this in another webinar. We actually spoke about this in a live show a couple of weeks back or a couple of months back. And turnhere.com, they pay $800 for a video. And if you're really popular, if you get somebody like Magic Jordan or something in your video, then they charge like $2,000. And monkeyc.com is $300. I mean, I've spoken with listeners time and time again who are members of these organizations like turnhere.com, monkeyc.com, And they do a lot of work for the amount of money. So this webinar is going to teach you how to do it on your own without a third party so you can make most of the income. All right, let's go into talking about businesses that you're after. Write this down. You are after a business that has a website. If they don't have a website, you're not after them. You're after a business that has the potential for multiple productions. If they don't have possibility of multiple productions, you're not after them. And talking about screencasting, if you wanted to do a video game company and do a review on their video games, a small video game company or a large video game company, they have the potential for multiple productions, you want that business. It's not going to pertain to you as far as screencasting goes, but you want to go after a business that's local, within a 40-mile radius. If you're going to go any further than that, you're wasting your time. Again, you want to stay within 48 hours. Within that 40-mile radius is how you're going to do that. If you're going to go over that, traveling 2, 3 hours, 4 hours away for a little production, it's not going to be worth it. So write this stuff down. This is your goal. You're after a business that has a website, potential for multiple productions, is local, within 40-mile radius. If you have a bookstore in your area, Barnes & Noble or a small, locally owned bookshop, multiple productions, there's some ideas for you. You could do multiple productions for a bookstore. A restaurant. Again, these are the businesses that you're after. Write it down. And for food businesses, that can be an intro video plus a cooking demo. Correct. I like that in the chat. And we all know who that's likely Chef Mark. All right, so write that down. Let's go to the next slide here. Types of videos that you can produce. Viral video. These are those crazy videos that you see online, and the main purpose behind them is so everybody can watch them. And during the video, subtly or not, you're going to see a product placement or a service drop or something. Remember those videos where can it blend? That's a good example of a viral video. These guys threw iPhones and technical devices inside of these blenders, and it went all over the internet. And their company was known, and the sales increased. So that's a video that you can produce, a viral video. A conversion video, which basically talks about, if you're talking about a product or a service, you're building up a customer base. And, of course, you can build an educational video. You can produce a educational video. And, again, this links with the types of businesses that you're looking for. They have a website, potential for multiple productions, and within a 40-mile radius. So go ahead and write that down. Here's some examples. Now, these are the most obvious ones, and these are the ones that I've attacked in my market. These are responsive businesses that you can target. So by marketing to and networking with your ideal client, these are the ideal clients. You'll spend your time and energy directly on the individuals who will purchase your products or services, and that really makes sense. These are the people who want your business. A dentist office, okay? Believe it or not. And every one of you out there right now, I know, goes to a dentist. So you have no excuse for not getting a dentist, doing a video for a dentist office. My child goes to a family dentist, a child dentist, and he has a dentist office that has video games in it, and the walls are colored, balloons everywhere. As I had my mouth open getting a root canal, I asked him, hey, you need a video in your lobby there. You need a video. And immediately, within the snap of a finger, he says, when can you produce it? I was shocked. You don't get what you don't ask for. So if you don't ask for something, you're not going to get it. I had my mouth open getting a root canal, and this guy said yes. And I've done 15 videos for him within the past year. You can do videos like office profiles, firm profile, professional bio. I mean, new patients coming into the office want to know who is sticking this pointy thing and drilling their teeth. Check out this guy's mask. You want to go, you can do a client testimonial, service process, Sometimes they want to expand and go into a Yellow Pages ad. Recruiting. They want to hire people. Monster.com now has video. Do this for your dentist office or for any other client out there. Again, I'm targeting a dentist office because he had a website. He was in my local area, and I could do multiple productions. As you can see here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos that you can produce. Professional bio, you can produce 3 or 4 of them, depending on who's on the staff. Another one, a real estate office. Now, I know these are obvious, and you probably already know this, but these are just ideas on you can get, fitting the bill, fitting the criteria that we mentioned before. And these also can be viral, conversion, or an educational video. A real estate office, home showcase. The opportunity there is huge. Homes in my area are bursting at the seams. There's so many of them. Client testimonies, company profiles, agent profiles, educational videos on purchasing a home, car dealerships. All right, we all know that these guys are selling cars. They want to sell vehicles, and there's a couple of reputable ones in my area that I like to deal with. And I've done numerous car listings for them, especially for the local Leased Access channel. We've actually done a 30-minute show. So I've got 3 or 4 car dealership clients, service shop footage, client testimony, personal messages, company profiles, agent profiles, and we have a video solution on our website that gets more into detail about this. I'll put a link to that in the show notes. I was just reminded of that. Other opportunities, attorneys, credit unions, accountants, retirement homes, flower shops, pet shops. All of these are fitting in the criteria that we've given you at the top of this part of the session. Has a website, is local, and has the potential for multiple productions. A bookstore, a software company, a pet shop. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Use the phone book and take a look at some things for ideas. But these are the things that I've targeted in my area because they're so easy. I want to give you one as an example here. Youniversity.com. Youniversity.com. These guys have gone to, they started out doing videos on local colleges in the area. And where I live in Boston, there are about 6 or 7 colleges in the local area within a 40-mile radius. They have a website, and they have a potential for more videos. But these guys took it a step ahead. Youniversity.com. Basically, you can watch college video tours of every major college in the United States. Social Network connects you with students, admissions, faculty, and alumni. So they have gone through the entire U.S., have gone through every college and have done videos for them. Now, they have selected a niche and have just blown it out of proportion and have developed a very large business around this. But it was a one-shot deal, but they've got every single university in the United States and beyond. So that's some pretty incredible stuff that they're doing. Youniversity.com. Check it out. Another idea. I mean, again, if you have trouble finding businesses, think about what you're looking for. Has a website, local, and has a potential for multiple productions. Write that down. Okay, now I'm going to give you some homework because tomorrow we're going to be speaking with, we're going to be going over getting clients. So we're going to be talking about this, getting clients, tomorrow with Dan Turner, and we're going to be talking about what to charge with Chris Simmons. He's going to be with us tomorrow for that webinar. So I'm going to give you some homework. Find right now, go out there. I mean, if you're going to work or staying home over the weekend, I want you to find and get contact information for 300 businesses in your local area, large or small, that fit within that criteria we were talking about. They have a website, they're local, and they have a potential for multiple productions. Go and get 300 business contacts. I have mine. I want you to have yours. Don't come back unless you have 300 contacts. I'm kidding, but that's your homework. Get 300 contacts in your area that fit that criteria. If you're in Maine, that might be difficult for you to do. If you're in New York, Boston, or a major metropolitan area, that might be easy. Try it. Look in your phone book. Look online. Drive around your town. Get 300 businesses in your local area large or small, that fit within the criteria that we were talking about. Go ahead and do it, because tomorrow you're going to need it. Dan Turner is coming by. He's going to light a fire underneath our rear end, and we're going to get into how to get these clients. We're not going to be aggressive about it. We're not going to be afraid about it. This is designed for the creative professional and how to get clients, techniques on how to get them. Join us tomorrow for the webinar. Until then, we'll see you back here tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Hopefully this was useful for you, but we have 4 more days to go with this good stuff. Tomorrow, how to get clients with Dan Turner. And he's a graphic designer, business coach, and he's going to talk to us. This guy charges big bucks hourly, so take advantage of you speaking to him. Until tomorrow's webinar, we will see you then.